Right. Let's get this set up. Can't see your comments yet, but I will be able to in just a moment. So hopefully those of you who are here remembered that last week I said it would start a little bit earlier than usual. Okay, there we go. Let's just look at the chat here. There we go. Yes, hello everyone. Today we're going to be covering, hello. 안녕하세요. Hi from Ecuador, nice. That BTS fanboy, 안녕하세요. Earlier is even better. Well, I would do earlier normally, but I worry that if I do it too early, then there are some people who are actually watching from Korea. And I feel bad if people who are watching in Korea weren't able to come to the live streams at all. Because as it is, the current live stream starting from normally at 2 o'clock, and next week's will be back to 2 again. That time in Korea is 6 a.m. currently. So like if you wake up really early, you can come to a 6 a.m. or maybe you come halfway through. But a 4 a.m., if it started at this time, that would be 4 a.m. in Korea. Like there's no way anyone's going to wake up at 4 a.m. To see that. So I guess it depends how many of you are in Korea right now. Anyway, we'll start in just a few minutes. Zilly, hey Zilly. How do I say giraffe? That's all that matters. Okay, well that's a very easy word. Kirin. They actually have a tongue twister about giraffes because kirin kind of sounds like 그림, which means a drawing, or the verb 그리다 when it's a past tense adjective, meaning like something that I drew is 그린. So they have which means that I drew. So if you write 내가 그린 그림 means a drawing that I drew, since the word drawing is similar to the verb drew in English and in Korean. So they would say 내가 그린 기린 그림, the giraffe drawing that I drew. It's not really a tongue twister so much in English, but you can kind of see how it would be in Korean. And they have several versions of it, like 내가 그린 기린 그림은 못 그린 기린 그림이고, like the drawing of a giraffe that I drew is a poorly drawn drawing of a giraffe. 네가 그린 기린 그림은 there's something like that, like the drawing of a giraffe that you did is a poorly drawn drawing of a giraffe, and the drawing of a giraffe that I drew is a well-drawn drawing of a giraffe. Something like that. I don't actually remember it very well, but it's not too hard to say, but it's another Korean tongue twister. Hi Billy, I'm from India and it's past midnight. Nice. Let's see. I was literally looking for a Korean lesson about 4. Nice. Billy, what do you call a cute? Yeah. Don't even try that joke. Didn't realize it's so early in Korea. Thanks for all. Yeah, that's why I worry. Like if many people come to my streams normally from Korea, then I don't want to change it. But if there's not too many people from Korea, or if they don't come anyway, because currently at 2 o'clock it's 6 a.m. And if people don't come anyway in Korea, because that's already too early, then it wouldn't hurt to move it 2 hours earlier. And I'd be fine with that as well. Since really this is all I do with my Sundays now is prepare for the live streams. After the live streams, upload the live stream outlines, which is this one, which will go to Patreon after this live stream's over. And then just do regular editing and stuff. Okay, so today, yes, first of all there is a Discord chat. So there's a link in the chat you can see right now. We have a very active Discord, and I'm in there probably every day, every other day. And people ask questions there. You can ask Korean questions or whatever you want. You can hang out with other people who are learning Korean, and it's a really just fun place to hang out. So check it out. There's a link in the chat. You'll probably see more links as well throughout today. And did it just start? Yes, it just started. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about how to say for. But first of all, one more time, just for those of you who came late. Next week's live stream will be regular time again. So next Sunday's live stream will be again at 2 p.m. Just today's is earlier because, like I mentioned before, my son's birthday is actually today. So right after I finish, I have to quickly run down and set up the kitchen, get some Costco pizza, and pick up some, like, salad, like what do you call that? Vegetable platter, some drinks and stuff just for people who are going to be coming, just our family. And so yeah, we're going to be doing that. So I had to start earlier today so that I'd have time. So the way to say for in Korean is actually quite simple. The only difficult thing about how to say for is, I would say, just knowing when to use each one would be the only difficult thing. But the actual literal way of just translating for in Korean is very simple. So maybe that's good for you to hear. However, it's the part that's not simple about this, and the reason why many people might ask this question is because there are many times when you might want to say for in English, but you would not say it in Korean. Or if you try to, it would sound very awkward. So we'll talk about that too. But the most basic thing that we're going to be doing today, let me just check here. How many years did it take to learn Korean? I've been learning for over 13 years. So 13 and a half years. I don't think the video should be lacking. Again, just like last week, I prioritized my broadband to all go to my phone. So it should be okay, but then again, I don't know if maybe my internet provider doesn't like people doing streaming. But it works fine whenever I do live streaming on Twitch, so I'd assume YouTube would be fine too. Anyway, so there are two main ways of saying the word for. There are actually more, which we'll talk about. But first of all, to keep things simple, this is the most common one that you might have seen before if you've learned this concept already. It is. This means literally I'd say literally for, or for the purpose of. For, or for the purpose of. When I say for the purpose of, I'm saying it because there are many ways you could just say the word for in English, translated to Korean. For example, the number 4, which is spelled differently, or for, like this is for you, or I did it for that. There's many different ways you could say for, which might translate slightly different in Korean. So for the first thing we're going to be talking about is how to say for, as in for the purpose of, like for the benefit of something. So that is wihae. So it's really easy to use. So you take a noun, whatever you're doing something for, and you attach the object marker here, which is after a consonant and le after a vowel. So really simple here so far. Then you attach wihae. Now you might sometimes also see it as wihae so. Wihae so and wihae have the exact same meaning as each other. The so is completely optional. Personally, I recommend using it just because adding the so can make this a little bit more clear that you're using this. I'll talk about the other way to say this. This will make it a little bit more clear that you're using this form as opposed to our other form. So it's completely optional though. So if you forget to use it or don't even learn it today, you will have no problems with it. And this is used as an adverb. So when you're saying for in English, like I will do this for you, or this present is for you. When you're using it like that, in Korean, you're using it actually like an adverb, which means that you're using it before. Oh, is there low quality? Sorry, I'm not sure why. I did full. I can't see what you wrote on the board. Oh no, that's not good. I apologize. This time I made sure my Wi-Fi would give me full internet access. So it should be good, but no. Okay, well, I can't fix the internet. I really don't know what's up with YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. I'll rewrite this so it's clear. I'll just write it really big so that even you could see it in the pixels. Hopefully you could see this even in the pixelation. You should be able to see this. There's no way you can't see this then. No matter how bad the pixels are. All right. Better, we can read in the pixels. Okay. It's bitrate pixelation. Yeah, okay. I can't switch to Twitch anyway, because Twitch doesn't allow language teaching, or I would have done that in the first place. Because I know that the app, I've never had any difficulties with the servers, but YouTube's servers have always given me problems no matter where I am streaming. So I think it's just a YouTube issue. Anyway, so you take a noun and you attach the object marker, and then wihae. It's always completely optional. And one thing I should say is that this usage is actually an adverb usage. So when you're using this form, it has to be followed by a verb. This feels so funny to write this gigantically, but whatever. You know, we'll make it work. If the quality goes back up, please let me know so I can write smaller again. Okay, because I remember the live stream for sound change rules also had this same problem, and fortunately I was writing really big, but yeah. So okay, so after this you have to use a verb. So this would be something like if you wanted to say, I bought a present for Mike. So in that usage, you'd be saying, I bought a present for. So in Korean, that for is an adverb and bought would be the verb that it would go together with. So let me give you an example of how we would say something like that. So I think one of the best ways to get good at using a form in Korean is to first see how it's used and then kind of imagine for yourself how you might use that in a sentence. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So let's just say I bought a present for Mike. So first we gotta have Mike, which is 마이크. So Mike, now we need our form for Mike. So the noun comes first, Mike, and now we have to say for. So for is object marker, wihae, or wihae서, as I said. So 마이크를 위해. 선물 is present. So this is where we have our verb right after 마이크를 위해. So now we have for Mike. Oh, psychotic one. I just missed that. Hey, psychotic one. Oh, I almost wrote your name right. Hey, thanks. Cheaper than classes. I'll write this here. I don't know if you could see it because of the pixelation I hear, but yeah, thanks. Really appreciate it. I suppose it would. I suppose this would be cheaper than school classes since I do these for free. Okay, so right after we have this, the for form first. It's kind of hard to say. Then after that, we have our verb, or whatever our verb phrase is, or whatever it is that we want to do for the person. So that could just be a verb directly, or it could be like I did something, or whatever. Whatever you want to do comes, whatever you're doing for the noun comes after the form for. I'll say it again. Anything that you do for the noun. So in this case, the noun is a person. You could do it for anything, any sort of noun, but in this case, the noun is just the person. So let's focus on that. Whatever you do for that person comes after you say the word, well, after you say this form, for, wihae. So after wihae comes whatever you did for them. And in this case, what you did for them is 선물, present. Do let me know if the quality goes back up. Quality is good again? Okay, I'll try to write big as much as I can. It's kind of funny. Okay. 마이크를 위해. So literally, Mike, for the purpose of, bought a present. 선물, present, 샀어요. I bought, or someone bought. You know, we don't know who it is, but you can assume it's I, unless we said otherwise. So 마이크를 위해 선물을 샀어요. I bought a present for Mike. So that's the order that it goes in. And that's really important because I've seen people misuse any sort of adjective adverb in Korean, people will put adverbs after the verb or before the noun or something. So I want this to be really clear. Noun first, whatever you're doing something for. Who is it for? What is it for? Then you say wihae. And so you say that first. You say what it is for first, very first in your sentence. After that, what you did, or what someone did, or what happened, or anything. After first saying who or what it's for. Just want to make that really clear. Okay, but we have some more examples. Let's see. Okay. No, it's bad again. Low quality again. Yeah, I'm not sure why the quality is low. I apologize for that. But like I said, I did prioritize the internet, so this is the best my internet can do. Maybe I should just try streaming. I don't know. I just want good quality. Let's see. Okay, well, let's just go right into the next part. So I said you can do a noun. The form is you can do a noun, but there are other kinds of nouns. Specifically, we gave an example just with a person as a noun. You could do a place as a noun, a thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Anything is a noun. But there's another kind of noun that we can also make. And I actually covered this in a previous live stream, not how to use it with this form. Seems like you're in a low-budget action film. Oh, no. That's terrible. There's another kind of noun that we can use. And I'm not sure. I hope some of you will remember. Okay. Your quality keeps getting down. It's also possible it's something up with my phone. I don't know. I can try it once. I have a webcam. I can try the stream once with using a webcam on my computer. Maybe I could try that next time. We'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll work on it. I thought I had the quality problem at least done. Now, if only we could fix the YouTube app crashing problem, then we'd be perfect. Looks better than the down. Okay. Are you Papa John because the quality is? Yeah, sure. Okay. So this is another noun that we can use, and that is verb stem plus ki. Now, if you remember this from a previous live stream, this is actually one of the common nominalization forms. Now, you can only use this nominalization form. You can't use the other one, you can only use ki. And to use it with this form, and I'll show you how that works. Before, remember how we used the object marker after a noun? Well, if you're using this verb stem, you technically can use this object marker after, but most of the time it is not used. I'll tell you that. If you're using this for form with a nominalized verb, so if you're using it with a verb, the object marker is most often not even used. So all you do is attach again wihae or wihae-so, just like before. So what can we do with this form now? So I said we can use any noun. Well, obviously a verb stem with ki at the end is also a noun. For example, you could say 공부하다, to study. You can make it into 공부하기. Now you have studying. Now you have the noun studying, right? So what can we do with this? Well, this is actually, in my opinion, this is the most commonly used way. The most common way that this form is used is going to be with verbs. So let's do one simple example with 공부하다. So let's see, the quality. It's okay, the quality's not that bad. Okay, great, because I got to write something. And I don't want to have to fill up the whole board every time I write a sentence. Okay, so let's use our 공부하기 again. I'll still try to write kind of big just in case. So we can work with 한국어를 공부하다 means to study Korean. Okay, so we have first 한국어를 공부하다, to study Korean, just the verb to study Korean. So now we can make it into 공부하기. Now we get studying Korean. So if you were in the nominalization live stream, this should make perfect sense to you. Say, okay, now this says studying Korean, and now it's a noun. wihae. Wait a minute. what does this mean? For the purpose of, or for studying Korean. Okay, we got something else here. What can we do with this? For studying Korean, what about I made a book? This marker's not that good. I'm going to switch. 책. So I made a book. 책을 만들었어요. 만들었어요. Sorry, ran out of space. Okay, so for studying Korean, I made a book. Now this sounds a little bit awkward, right? For studying Korean, I made a book for studying Korean. If you read it like that, it sounds a little more natural though. I made a book for studying Korean, right? I made a book for studying Korean. So I did. I wrote 3 books. I made 3 books for studying Korean. I have Korean Made Simple 1, 2, and 3. So we can use this form to say a lot of things now. But before we go on, I want to let you know that for might not be the most natural translation when we're using this form, wihae, with ki. There is a better way to translate for, although you can translate it as for if that works for you as well, right? I made a book for studying Korean. This sounds okay, but there's an actual better translation that you can think of. And you should definitely write this down. In order to. In order to. The reason I think you should translate it this way is because although for works okay, I think it's an okay translation. If you translate it as in order to in your head, you'll be much more easily able to create your own sentences in Korean from English. So if you think of this as meaning in order to in English, then when you try to make your own Korean sentences, this will be much easier to pull out of your head. You won't have to think backward when you're translating. You'll think, oh, in order to, okay, that's 기 위해. Okay, so I need the verb. Okay, so it'll kind of help you to put it together a little more easily. So 한국어를 공부하기 위해 in order to study Korean, 책을 만들었어요. I made a book in order to study Korean. That's a probably more easy way to translate this in your head. But you can do either. I made a book for studying Korean, or I made a book in order to study Korean. Either way is fine. So pick whichever you would like. In order to in your notes. Nice, yes. Wait, now I'm Dumbledore? What's going on? Who's talking about Harry Potter and Snape and stuff? Okay, we're not done with this though. I want to give you guys some more. I'll keep this up here. Just for now. Okay, I want to give you some more examples. I think examples are really a good way to learn this form. And the next form that we're going to be doing. What about, I need to work in order to earn money? How would you say this? I would like this one. I'd actually like you guys to try this one. I need to work in order to earn money. I'll tell you the words that you'll need. So you don't have to worry if you don't know. I need to work in order to earn money. First, I'll tell you this. I need to work in order to earn money. So the words we're going to need obviously is in order to. So we're going to need our wihae form. Earn money is 돈, money, 을 벌다. 돈을 벌다. This is a really useful verb. So 벌다, which means to earn, such as money or cash or whatever you want to say, to earn something. So here it's to earn money. You don't use this for to earn respect or something like that. This is like to earn money. So 돈을 벌다, to earn money, and work is 일. Well, you can say 일하다 or just 일을 하다. Just writing it the full way for you. 일을 하다 means to work or just 일하다. Need to, I'll just tell you so you can save your time in case you don't already know. 해야 되다. Sorry. 해야 되다. I wrote that really weird because I did it like backward. 해야 되다 is to need to do. So for 일해야 되다, I'll just do that. I need to work. That we don't have to worry about the conjugation. 일해야 되다 means to need to work. So you'll have to conjugate this somehow. So I need to work in order to earn money. How would you say that? 돈을, you could say 돈을 모으다. Yeah, that's fine too. Trying to be all fancy and Maryland's You're like, I'm not going to use that word you gave me, Billy. I know a better one. Yeah, 돈을 모으다 is not so much to earn. That's to save up. 모으다 means literally to gather up. So 벌다 is actually to earn, to get it from working or whatever. And 모으다 is just to save it, like to hoard your money, to save up your money. So if you want to save up to buy something, you'd probably use 모으다 and not 벌다 because you're talking about just saving it all. But yeah, this is the word for like to gather together, to gather up. But you can use that too. And people say 돈을 모으다 too. Is it just me? It keeps crashing. Yeah, it's probably just you because I don't think, whenever I get a crash, I see it on my screen. I did it before you gave it. Oh, I see. Nice. That's even better. 벌기 위해 일해야 돼요. Nice. 돈을 벌기 위해서 일해야 돼요. Nice. 돈을 벌기 위해 일해야 해요. 돈 벌기 위해 일해야 돼요. Yep. 고 바둑 is also 일해야 해요 is also just as accurate as 해야 돼요. Yes, you could also do this with the 서. Ocean Discovery. Are you the first person to get that little the goat? I think you might be the first person to get the goat. 돈 벌기 위해 일해야 돼요. 돈 벌기 위해. Okay, I think you guys got it. So, yeah, you can see that this form is really useful for saying in order to do something. And I would write it up here, but you can just look at everyone got it right. Everyone got it right. Okay. Now, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to say I came here in order to learn Korean. So many of you guys are in the chat and you're hanging out at these live streams because you came here in order to learn Korean, or you came here in order to learn Korean. I came here in order to learn Korean. This doesn't have any advanced vocabulary, but I'll still give you some words. Here is 여기. Come is 오다, but since it's past, you're going to need to conjugate that to past tense. Learn Korean is 한국어를 배우다. So how would you say this? Originally, when I planned this lesson, I was planning to just write these on the board and just tell you what they are, but I think you guys can handle this one. I think you guys can handle more of these than you might think. So I came here in order to learn Korean. How would you say that? Anton, can we use 려고 instead of wihae? Well, yes, you can. The meaning is different though, but that's also a very common way that people say in order to do something. But 려고 does not literally mean in order to. 려고 is for showing an intention. So if you were to use 려고 instead, it would not mean in order to, it would mean intending to. Like I wanted to so that I could do this because I intended to do this. It's a different meaning. We could do that in a future live stream, but that wouldn't be something I could quickly cover today. 한국어를 배우기 위해 여기 왔어요. Nice. 한국어를 배우기 위해 여기에 왔어요. 한국어 배우기 위해서 여기 왔어요. Nice, nice. And for when you're saying to come here, some people wrote 여기에 and some people just wrote 여기. That's completely optional. When you're saying here, there, like 여기, 거기, or 저기, you don't need the 에. It's optional with those ones. It's assumed to mean to, whether you use it or not. So just so you know, you might see it as an optional with 여기, 거기. You have to use it with everything else, but with these words, it's completely optional. Welcome, Wendy Wilson. Oh, Wendy, nice. I got a new member. Wendy Wilson. Yeah, welcome to the fan club. Welcome to the family. Woohoo! Okay. So yes, many of you guys got it. I actually didn't see too many mistakes. Oh, Pelicurd. You have one typo. You wrote 여 왔어요. You should write 여기. If you say 여, it kind of sounds like a really strong dialect, but it wouldn't really match. So yeah, I think you just missed to write key on the keyboard. But yeah, you're correct too. Just fix that. 여기 왔어요. 배우기 위해서 왔어요. 저는 여기에 한국어를 배우기 위해서 왔어요. Nice, Jalen McGill. That's perfectly fine too. You can order it like that. I didn't use her. That's completely fine to not use the object marker. Okay. So I think you guys are actually doing really good. I want to still spend some more time focusing on this because it's such a commonly mistaken form. And the reason is I think people don't really practice using it, so they don't understand exactly how to use it. So let's do one more. I need money to buy. Here, I'm just writing to. But the meaning of this is actually in order to. So although this form is, we started with for, a natural translation often just becomes, when it's used with a verb like this, is just to. Because in English, we just say, I need money to buy. We don't say necessarily, I need money in order to buy, right? But that's what it means. I need money in order to buy a car. So how would you say this? I mean, again, I could just write it out, but I think you guys might be able to do this. So let me give you some words. Car is 자동차, or you can also just say 차. 차 is fine too, as long as the context is clear, because 차 can also mean tea. In Korean, it means car or tea, depending on the context. So if you want to be really clear, just use the whole word 자동차. But if it's clear you're not talking about tea, you can just say 차. To buy. The word for buy is 사다. And to say I need in Korean is actually a descriptive verb. It actually technically is like an adjective. So what you say is something, here money, is, you could say 이, so this is the subject marker. And the verb for to need is actually a descriptive verb, which is 필요하다. 필요하다. So what you're saying is literally money is necessary. And 필요하다 does not mean to need. So if you write this in your notes, don't write it down as to need because you'll misuse it. Instead, write this word down as to be necessary. That way you won't misuse the object marker. Notice it's only used with the subject marker or a different marker. You know, you could say 돈도, money also is necessary, something like that. But you cannot say 돈을 필요해요. That would be completely wrong and awkward because this is not an action verb. It does not take money. Money is described as being 필요하다, necessary. So to be necessary. So how would you say this one? Let's check. Oh, you see, you guys are already writing it down. 차를 사기 위해서 돈이 필요해요. Nice. 차를 사기 위해 돈이 필요해요. Nice. 차를 사기 위해 돈 필요해요. Nice. Yeah, you don't even need to use it. You can just say it without, as Adele the Conic wrote. That's perfectly fine. 자동차를 사기 위해 돈이 필요해요. 차 사기 위해 돈이 필요해요. 차를 사기 위해 돈이 필요해요. 자동차 사기 위해 돈이 필요해요. 자동차 사기 위해 돈이 필요합니다. Nice. 차를 샀어요. 위해 돈이 필요해요. Nope. The Legend Shadow. You might have missed the beginning of the stream where I talked about how to conjugate this form. But that's incorrect. So you might need to rewatch the beginning of this live stream. 차를 사기 위해서 돈이 필요해요. Where I said it's the verb stem plus 기. 자동차 사기. Oh, Ocean Discovery, you have a typo. You wrote 사기, but that's not to buy. 사다 means with the two 시옷, with the two S's, actually means to be cheap. That's not an action verb though. 돈을 필요해요. Wait, are you doing that to troll me? 차를 사기 위해서 돈이 필요해요. We have no BTS emotes. I'm not going to add BTS emotes. If I hit 100 members, maybe I'll add a BTS emote. Right now we're at 31. 저는 필요해요. 돈이 위해 자동차를 사요. No, Maria, check out the description again for how to conjugate it. Why Twitch doesn't allow language teaching? I don't know. We were joking, but sure do that. Okay. No. All right. So many of you guys I went over these in the chat. So if you're curious which one's correct, there are many correct answers. So I don't want to say there's one right answer for this. And many of you guys have correct answers. So this live stream will be on my channel after it's finished. So you could always watch to find out more answers for that. Wendy Wilson, 2-hour classes are exactly what I was looking for. Thank you so much. You have really helped me to understand the material I'm learning. Well, that's great. That's why I do it. So that I can go over, that way I can go over a concept more slowly so that you guys can get it. Okay, one more thing before we go on to the next form, because I told you there's two main forms. One more thing is some people have asked me about this. If you read Korean, you might read like a newspaper article or maybe an old book or a poem or maybe a song. And you might see something that looks like this, blah, 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 used exactly the same way. wihae, wihae, 나를 위하여. Or anything, there might be like a drama title that has wihae in it. This is the exact same thing as wihae. This is the exact same thing as wihae or wihae서. This is an older, archaic form. And originally, wihae would have been conjugated as wihayo. Wihae is a shorter, more modern version of this original old form. But you might still see this form used sometimes. So it's good to be aware of it. It's the exact same meaning. What this is actually originally, so let me tell you something. So when you're conjugating the yo form, right? So you have the verb hada. So how does hada become in the yo form? Well, everyone just memorizes it's 해요, right? 사랑해요. You know, you go from 사랑하다 to love to 사랑해요, I love you, or whatever. 해요 originally was not 해요. 해요 is more of a modern conjugation for the yo form. Originally, it was 하여요. Or among other forms. There are other forms too. But instead of 해, it didn't become 해 ever. This was a newer thing. It originally became 하여. The grammar form we just learned, wihae, okay? This form actually, it might look like something special, like something really weird. This actually is a conjugation originally of a verb called wihada. Wihada. This literally means to be for the purpose of. To be for. To be for. So when we're conjugating it, it is becoming an adverb for the purpose of, in order to. But originally it came from this verb which you do not have to learn. You do not have to learn wihada. You'll never use it. But it's kind of interesting just to kind of be aware that this is actually a conjugation of wihada. The reason though I'm bringing this up is because the next form that we'll also learn is itself as well another conjugation of this verb wihada. And that is wihan. So it's not just like random wihae, like this verb just popped, like this word just popped out of nowhere. It's a conjugation of wihada, as is wihae. So this is our next form, and it's actually used pretty similarly. You take a noun, you attach the object marker just like before. Then you attach wihan, and this is not an adverb. So this meaning is the exact same meaning as wihae. This is not some new meaning for how to say for. How this form differs is just how it's used. And wihan, remember I said it's a conjugation of hada. Wihan makes it into an adjective. That means it's not followed by a verb, it's followed by a noun. So after you use this form, so you say noun, so it could be for someone, or for somewhere, or for something, or for some verb, as we did before, followed by another noun. So we could say something like, before with our wihae form, we said, you know, I wrote a book, or I made a book for learning Korean, or in order to learn Korean, right? Now we can say, a book that is for learning Korean. A book for learning Korean, which sounds very similar to our previous form, but don't worry, I'll break it apart. I'll explain how it is very different from our previous form. Let me just check the chat really quick. For some countries, the sponsor, or yeah, that's right. Some countries don't have the sponsor or member button. I think it's join. At least in the US, it says join. But I know some countries might not have that available to them. And that's okay. If it's not available to you, you also have another option of, you can also join my Patreon, which is, it has some different content from the membership here, but that's where I post these outlines every single stream. These are free for everyone who is Patreon. I shouldn't say free, you have to pay to be a Patreon, but it's for the $1 tier as well. Let me just check here. My parents don't even know I'm learning Korean. Aw. Are you gonna tell them? 한국어 배우기 위한 책. You guys are fast. You guys are fast, but this isn't as simple. I'll say this. I usually tell you guys that things are easier than they actually appear. This is a case where I think it's actually a little more difficult than it appears. So don't rush too far ahead. I'll explain how wihae and wihan are actually more different than you might think. So this is used as an adjective, so it has to be followed by a noun. So let me give you an example. Yeah, I think I could just do that example. 한국어를, and just like before, you can use either just a noun or a verb changed into a noun with 기, exactly the same way. So let's use this verb, 한국어를 배우다, to learn Korean, right? To learn Korean. Now we're going to make it into a noun. So we have 배우기. So now we have this. This just means learning Korean, and this is a noun. So you can say, oh, I like learning Korean. 한국어를 배우기를 좋아해요. 한국어 배우기를 좋아해요. I like learning Korean, or whatever you want to do with this. Or 한국어 배우기가 어려워요. Learning Korean is difficult, right? Anything you want to do. Well, today we're going to be using this with the wihan form. 한국어를 배우기 위한. So I will say this again. I should focus on this. Whenever you use 기 with wihae or 기 with wihan, the object marker here is not used. It's not that you can't. You can say 한국어를 배우기를 위한. It just isn't necessary because it usually will sound repetitive. Notice you have up here and you have another down here. It's repetitive and they most often do not even use it at all. So if you're ever using 기, if you're ever using the noun verb changed into a noun with wihae or wihan, either one, don't use the object marker after that noun. So 배우기 위한, that's it. Not 배우기를 위한. If you do it, it's not going to be wrong. It's just going to sound a little bit repetitive and awkward. So 한국어를 배우기 위한 책. Then let's just attach 이에요. So it is from the verb 이다, to be. So it is a book for the purpose of, or in order to, learn Korean. So this is a book for learning Korean. Yeah, this is a book in order to learn Korean. This is a book for the purpose of learning Korean. This is a book to learn Korean. Any way you want to translate it, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter. Whatever sounds the most natural to you. But this means for the purpose of learning Korean. Now we have an adjective. So what is for the purpose of learning Korean? Well, whatever noun we put after, which in this case is going to be 책, a book. And then 이에요, just it is a book. So if someone says 뭐예요? What is it? You can hold up the book. You're like, oh, 한국어를 배우기 위한 책이에요. It's a book for learning Korean. Again, don't jump ahead. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about how this form is actually very different than just saying wihae. This would make no sense, which you might think, oh, it also means for learning Korean. It's a book. This makes no sense in Korean though. So, and I'll talk about that. So don't worry about that for right now. Just for the time being, focus on its use as an adjective here. And then we'll contrast it. But Billy, is it a book to learn Korean though? You weren't too clear on that. What? I wish there'd be a pay. Oh, I see. Let's see. Did you already explain the difference between wihae, wihae sol? Yes, I said they're the exact same thing. I recommend using it when you're new. That's what I should have said. I recommend using the sol on wihae sol if you're new to learning this form, because it will always be very clear that you're trying to wihae sol. Like even if your pronunciation's bad, they'll at least hear you're saying it as an adverb. So I'd recommend using it. But other than that, there's no reason you need to use it if you're already okay about that. Okay, let's do some more examples. Ah, is there a present for me? Is there a present for me? I want you guys to try to translate this one. I'll give you some words. Me is, let's use 저. Present is 선물. And is there? Well, is there you can do with just the verb 있다, to exist. So how would you say, is there a present for me? So we're going to need this form wihan again because we have a present that is for me. So the present is for me. The for me part is going to have to go first, so for me. Then we have present, which is a noun. So it has to be used as an adjective here. So we need wihan, not wihae. I'll talk more about that in detail though soon, so don't worry about that. So how would you say, is there a present for me? 저를 위한 선물이 있어요? Amaryllis, you're too fast. Amaryllis, you got it right. 저 위한 선물이 있어요? Adele, it's perfectly fine, Adele, but I would recommend using the object marker. So saying 저를 위한 선물이 있어요 would be better because the object marker is mainly removed when you're using it with a verb and key, like I said before. But when you're using it with a noun, it's best to use it. It's best to use the object marker, just not with the key form of the verb. But it's not wrong if you don't use it. It just sounds a little bit less clear. Let's see. 저 위한 선물이 있어요. 안녕하세요. Did I miss a lot? Yes, you missed everything. But it's okay. This live stream will be online on my channel as soon as it's done. 저 위해서? Nope. Arwa, this is not 위해서. We're using wihan here. Don't worry, I'll contrast 위해서 with wihan next, but we're using wihan since 선물 is a noun. So we're just focusing on this usage first. 저는 위한 선물 있어요? Nope. It's object marker. SS. It's 를 위한. So 저를 위한. But if you missed the beginning of this live stream, then you might make some mistakes because we covered how to use this form. 저를 위해 ocean discovery. Use the wihan form for this. 저를 위한 선물이 있나요? Tessa, that's fine. 저를 위한 건물 is the okay. 선물 means present, but if you were to mistakenly write 건물, this is another Korean word. This means building. So you're asking, is there a building for me? Like, he got a building. Where's my building? So 선물, careful about that. Your sentence is, oh, I see you corrected yourself. Okay. 저를 위한 선물 있어요. Okay, nice, ocean discovery. So yeah, you can make different meanings by spelling your Korean words wrong, so be careful. A lot of Korean words are like, a lot of typos are created that way in Korean. Like someone spells the word wrong and it becomes completely different, maybe like a swear. Sometimes people have misspelled things and it became just an absolute swear word because they spelled it the wrong way or they pronounced it the wrong way. So yeah, I think you guys have got it though for the most part. 저를 위한 손물, not 손물. 손물 means hand water. Like, is there some hand water for me? It doesn't make any sense, but that's what it means. Okay. So is there a present for me? 저를, also right here. Again, when you're using this with a regular noun, always use the object marker. You can remove it later when you've learned better. But for the beginning, I'd say always use the object marker for here. 저를 위한. So now it's an adjective. So what comes after an adjective? Well, always a noun. 선물. Then you say 있어요. 저를 위한 선물이 있어요. Is there a present for me? Just like that. Okay. Next sentence I want to do. Let's say for Tarsu. Okay. So I wanted to give you guys an interesting sentence here. Okay. Let's write, I don't want to write mom in red. Let's do this black. It's easier to read. Let's see. 집을 청소했어요. Let's do this. This is an example I actually took out of my own book because I like this example. 했어요. Sorry, ran out of space. 했어요. Okay. 엄마를 위해. So 엄마 is mother, or my mom. 엄마를 위해, for my mom. 집, house. 청소 is to clean, as in like to do house cleaning. So 집을 청소했어요 means I cleaned the house for my mother. Let's talk about the difference between wihae and wihan because this is a very important difference to know. And when we're giving a few examples, you can usually easily tell like, oh, I should use wihae here. I should use wihae here because it's followed by a verb. Or I should use wihan here because it's followed by a noun. But there are some cases when it's followed by a noun, but you don't want to use the adjective. You don't want to say wihan. In fact, 엄마를 위한 집 would be wrong. Even though you might think, oh, it should be wihan because 집, it's followed by noun, right? It has to be a wihan, not wihae. Wihae is followed by a verb. Yes and no. Wihae means it's used as an adverb, and wihan means it's used as an adjective, but there's no rule that an adverb has to be followed directly by a verb. In this case, wihae, the verb that it's being used with, is actually 청소했어요. So cleaning. I'm cleaning for my mom. And this literally means for the purpose of my mom. So like, for my mom, to be nice. For my mom, I clean the house. Okay? For my mom, I clean the house. What if we were to say this? Before I tell you guys what this would mean, grammatically, this is perfectly correct. It's to say, 엄마를 위한 집을 청소했어요. Grammatically, it's perfectly fine. This makes very little sense. This would be very strange to say. I can never think of a situation where you'd say this, though. But what would this possibly mean? Can you guys take a guess and tell me what you think saying this would mean? 엄마를 위한 집을 청소했어요. So here we have wihan, which makes it an adjective, which means it has to describe a noun. So what might this mean? Just take a guess. Only if you want hand water. Yes. I don't want any hand water. 저도 건물을 원해요. I want a building too. Yeah, I want a building. And Marilis is minutes ahead of me. I think she's just really fast. But that's not quite right. I'd like you guys don't try to translate this. Don't try to translate this. Because if you just translate this, I clean the house for my mom. I clean the house for my mom. No matter how you translate this, it might sound okay in English. Instead, try to think of what the reason for this being wrong would be. What do you think would be the reason this sentence would be wrong to say wihan? Because grammatically, I said it makes sense. So grammatically, this won't translate weird in English. This would also translate as, I clean the house for my mom. If you say wihae, I clean the house for my mom. If you said wihan, it also means I clean the house for my mom. They both have the exact same English translation, and they are both grammatically perfect. But wihan would be very strange to say in this context. So why would you think that? I'll tell you guys, so don't worry if you can't get it. It's like the house is trying to become a mom. Nope, it's not. The house is not trying to become a mom. So again, whether you say wihae or wihan, the English translation will be the exact same. Emeriliz, yes, you got it, Emeriliz. Nice. The house is for my mom, not cleaning. Yeah, and Lucy Chicken also got that right after, because it's not about cleaning, but about the house. Yes. So you can say 위한 집을 청소했어요, but now you have a different meaning. When you wrote wihae, this is an adverb. So what verb is it talking about? What did you do for your mom? For your mom, what did you do? Because it's an adverb, so you need a verb. Well, 집을 청소했어요. I cleaned the house. I cleaned the house for my mom. 위한 has a completely different meaning. So if you see 엄마를 위한, that means wihan, something is for my mom. What is it that's for my mom? What thing is for my mom? Well, it's a house. This house is for my mom. And I cleaned it. I cleaned the house that was for my mom. That makes very little sense. Like, why would a house be for your mom? Are you going to, for example, the only way this sentence could make sense is if you bought a bunch of houses, right? You're a millionaire, you're a billionaire, you just bought all these houses. You got a house for your best friend, Jordan, you got a house for your mother-in-law, you got a house for your kid, you got a house for your mom too. 엄마를 위한 집. And that house, 엄마를 위한 집, 청소했어요. I cleaned it. I cleaned the house that's for my mom. That's what it would have to mean. The house that's for your mom, because now this is an adjective. The house that is for my mom, I cleaned it. So that's why this sentence would be wrong, because you're not a billionaire. If you are a billionaire, please send lots of donations to my channel. But you're not a billionaire. You do not have houses to give other people, and you do not have a house that's for your mom. Or there is no house that's for your mom. So you cannot clean that house. You have to do it. You have to do the cleaning. What you're doing for your mom is a verb. You're doing something for your mom. You're not doing a thing for your mom. So you're cleaning. So it has to be wihae. I buy a housewarming gift. Nice. 엄마를 위한 describes Jeep. Yep, that's right. So that's and I have one more example about this. So you might think, oh, well, Billy, that's a really specific example. Like, I'm never going to see that in real life. No, it's actually really, really common that you would see something like this. We actually just had a previous example. Let's do this. We actually did this previous example. 한국어를 공부하다. Remember, to study Korean. 한국어를 공부하다. To study Korean. Well, now we're going to have wihae. So for studying Korean, or in order to study Korean, or just to study Korean, or for studying Korean, however you want to translate, it doesn't really matter. Just pick whatever you want. In order to study Korean, remember how we said 책을 만들었어요. Again, I'm always running out of space at the end. Okay, I should just start over to the left. 한국어를 공부하기 위해 책을 만들었어요. This is an example, though, where you can use both wihae and wihan. Not just grammatically, but probably it would be okay to use either one. However, they would still have different meanings. So first, let's look at wihae. Can anyone tell me what wihae, you know, is ki wihae? What would using ki wihae mean with this sentence? So we have 한국어를 공부하기 위해 책을 만들었어요. I made a book in order to study Korean. And I made a book in order to study Korean with Han is also the same English translation. I made a book in order to study Korean. So if we said 한국어를 공부하기 위해 책을 만들었어요, how would that be different from saying 한국어를 공부하기 위한 책을 만들었어요? Think about that. Because in this case, both sentences are okay grammatically, and probably you could say either of these sentences just depending on the context. So try to think of what the difference would be between these. I made a book in order to study Korean. The action of making a book was in order to study Korean. And Marilis, you're like sharp. You got all this. wihan, the book that you did is in order to study Korean. That's exactly right. Yes, both of these would be speaking about the act of learning Korean. That's right. So that's what I really want you to get out of this lesson, is that when you use wihae, the focus is on an action that you're doing. So it has to be followed by, it could be directly followed by a verb, but it doesn't have to directly be followed by a verb. It just has to have a verb after it somewhere. Here, 책을 만들었어요. The verb is 만들었어요. But what did you make? Well, you made a book. When you're using han, though, it has to be followed directly by a noun because it's being used as an adjective. And that is saying this object, or this noun that comes after wihan, this thing is what's for the first noun, the first person, the first thing, place, whatever. So 한국어를 공부하기 위해 책을 만들었어요 means in order to study Korean, well, I wrote a book. And the purpose of writing this, well, I made a book. And the purpose of making this book was to study Korean. That's what it means. If you were to, however, write 한국어를 공부하기 위한 책을 만들었어요, that means this book is for the purpose of studying Korean, and I made it. So that would be saying like, I made a book for studying Korean. This book's purpose is for studying Korean. So you can say either one, but depending on what do you want to say? Is this book that you wrote specifically for studying Korean? Or did you just make a book because you were trying to study Korean? Both of them are completely legitimate, but they have slightly different meanings. However, you should know that difference because although in this case, both of them are okay, with the example of cleaning your mom's house, one of them would be wrong. So you have to know which one you're using. As long as you are aware of how it's being used. Is it being used as an adverb with wihae? Or is it being used as an adjective with wihan? So when it's with wihan, again, you have to follow it with a noun. When it's with wihae, it has to be followed with a verb or a verb phrase, some sort of verb, something happening. It might not directly be followed by a verb, but there has to be a verb, something doing something after that. But we're not done. So we have both wihae and wihan. But I should make a note that there are more ways to say for in Korean. I almost said two. There are more ways to say for in Korean besides these two forms. So I'm not trying to make things complicated, but I will say that these forms are both not super common in speech when speaking. I don't mean that they're rare. I don't mean that you can't use them. But these forms are slightly on the formal side. They sound a little bit formal, like written language instead of spoken language. So when you're writing an essay, if you're writing something down, writing an email, reading a book, you'll very commonly see these forms. And these are the proper ways to say for, as in for the purpose of. It is a present for me. But these are not often used. So I shouldn't say that. These are not the most common ways to say for. There are other ways to say them, some of which we don't have time to go into today. But I do want you to be aware that you don't have to necessarily say these all of the time because they are slightly formal. And I really mean slightly. So don't misunderstand. You can use these forms. You will not sound strange if you use these forms. Just be aware that most often these forms are used more in writing than they are in speaking. Okay? So now I want to cover though more ways to say for because, oops, I don't want to erase your name. Let's put you back there. There we go. Like your name, it kind of has like nice alliteration. Wendy Wilson. Kind of sounds like a superhero's girlfriend name. I don't know. Do you ever hear that? Peter Parker's girlfriend, Wendy Wilson. Something like that. And this board is getting extremely dirty. I have to get a new one of these. I actually ordered 6 more of these 2 months ago, but they never arrived. So I got a refund from eBay last week and I reordered them again. So hopefully they'll actually come this time. Because this thing was already getting dirty after like 3 uses. And now it's just like spreading black ink everywhere. And the markers that I use, these big markers, the problem with them is they came free with the board, is that they make a lot of ink, so it just makes the board extremely dirty. Okay, let me just check the chat for a moment. Did you not see my posting? Let me see here. Okay, so what if we want to say something different though? So I know a lot of people want to say this. For me. For me, Jingle All the Way was a great movie. For me, kimchi's kind of spicy. Or he made that present for me. Okay, so first of all, if you want to say, he made it for me. He made it for me. Well, here we have for, and we have made it. So we have a verb being used here. So for, we want to use it as an adverb because we're doing something for. It's a really ugly D. So what we're going to use is wihae. And for me, so 저를 위해, right? 저를 위해 만들었어요. But there are other ways that you might, so this is just basic, just what we just learned. But there are other ways to say the words for me, depending on what you mean. Like we can say sometimes for me when we're just expressing our opinion, right? We might say, well, for me, like I gave a few examples, for me, BTS is the most famous K-pop group ever. Or for me, for me, kimchi is a bit spicy. Anything you want to say. When you're expressing your opinion, do not say 저를 위해 or 나를 위해. Do not do this. It is wrong. I'll just say that. It is wrong. No, when you express your opinion, you actually have several choices. You actually have a lot of choices there. So if you want to say that is a fact, not an opinion, sure. I would disagree with the number of views that Gangnam Style has, that's still the number one, that Psy is still the number one K-pop artist in the world. If BTS gets more views than that, though, I'll change my opinion. Okay, so if you want to say what I think is, for example, like, for me, what I think is, there are a couple ways you can say that. 제 생각 literally means my thought or my opinion. 에, and then optionally 는. 제 생각에, literally in my opinion, in my thinking, in my thoughts, however you want to think of it like that, in my idea. 제 생각에는, optionally you can also say 내 생각에는 if you are speaking casually, like with close friends. So 내 생각에는, it was paused. E is after consonant, ka is after vowel. Yeah, we're back. BTS has more? I doubt that. I don't think so. Psy's got like billions, doesn't it? Billions of views still? But you could send me information if you have like BTS has more or something. Collectively? Collectively doesn't count. It's gotta be one song. Because collectively, I mean, that just depends how many people repost it on YouTube. In total, that's okay. We can argue about that later. 좋아졌네요. Okay, nice. All right, so 제 생각에는 just means literally as I think. But that's not the only way to say for me. Another really common way that people will say for me is just 저는. This is extremely basic. Just means me, I. But as I taught in the live stream where we covered the topic marker and the subject marker and the object marker, this is kind of like holding up a sign that says me in your conversation. So like, hey, let's talk about me. So now the conversation is about me, which is what for me means. Like when you say, well, for me, let's talk about me. For me, when I'm giving my opinion, you can just say 저는. So if you want to say, for me, it's a bit too spicy. You say 저는 너무 매워요. Oh, it's too spicy. That also means for me, it's too spicy. Or as for me, or when it comes to me, or anything like that. For me, it's a bit too spicy. For me, Jingle All the Way was a great movie. Stuff like that. There's one more way though that is really common. And this is probably the most common way when people want to give their opinion. And again, 저는 can also be 나는 if you're speaking casually. Same with this one. This is, my opinion, for me, this is the most common way that people will express their opinions. 제 생각에는 is when you really want to express your thought, what you think about something. So if you say 제 생각에는, you're like, well, let me tell you what I think. It's kind of like saying, well, what I think is this, okay? Here's what I think. 저는 is like, well, for me, when it comes, for me, blah, blah. 저한테는 is more of a direct translation. I think this sounds even more natural, just saying 저한테는. Well, for me, to me, literally means to me. But this is often used as a way to express your opinion. 저한테는 blah, 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 whatever you want to say. And that's when you really want to express your direct, well, light just turned off. Okay, that's when you really want to express your direct opinion about something. 저한테는. So I would recommend using this one actually, if you can. Just make sure it's still in the frame. Yeah. I think this is a really useful phrase to use. So 저한테는 널 위해 사람면 you wrote that wrong. 맞아. 나를 위해. Yeah, in song lyrics, oh, boo to you, Billy. In song lyrics, you might see wihae because I mentioned that wihae and wihan are commonly used in writing, like essays or journals, song lyrics, stuff like that, but not as common in spoken speech. So especially if you just want to say the word, just want to say the expression, for me. Well, for me, you have these three options. And again, they're slightly different. Literally, 저한테는 means to me. So you might say, oh, to me, I think blah, blah, blah. Or this is me, when it comes to me, or as for me, and 제 생각에는, here's what I think. It's kind of what it means. So you have these three options. Either of these are fine to use. Don't worry which one you use. I prefer 저한테는 if I want to express my opinion and I want to make it clear that I'm going to express my opinion. But today's lesson's not done yet. Because the most commonly messed up, wow, this is getting really dirty. This thing is just like spreading around dirt. It's just, oh my goodness, this is terrible. I hope you guys can't see that. I'm sure you can. This is when I wish the quality was pixelated. This is like just spreading black ink everywhere. Okay, this is a really common, is there a space between 저 and ante? No, there is no space. With whiteboard cleaner. Yeah, I have whiteboard cleaner actually. But it's not so much that I can just wipe it with a, it'll get clean with a, just even a Kleenex. It's not that. The problem is this eraser itself is dirty. It's not that the board's dirty so much. The eraser keeps spreading ink everywhere. What I have to do is clean the eraser, but I can't clean the eraser without it breaking because the pad is like a millimeter thick, half a millimeter thick. And if I just put alcohol on the pad, rubbing alcohol, then it's going to fall off completely. So I just have to throw this away and get a new one. And I ordered 6 more. They didn't come, so I ordered 4 more, and I'm waiting for those. So we'll see. Anyway, so this is the most commonly messed up grammar that uses for. Thanks for. Thank you for. Does anyone know how to say thank you for something? Do you know how to say it? There's actually a right way and a wrong way. The wrong way, which is what many people do, is the wrong way is they watch a lesson about how to say for. So they say 나오늘 위해서, or 나오늘 위해, right? Just like today. They learn this lesson because you can find a basic explanation of this in like probably 100 different videos and blog posts on the internet. And then they'll say this. Oops, why did I write? I was thinking like the spelling of it. I was thinking the pronunciation and not the spelling. Okay. 감사합니다. Thank you for the purpose of the present. It doesn't make sense in English either, does it? Thank you in order to the present. Thank you to the present. Doesn't make sense. So you cannot say, for example, present. Someone gave you a present. Let's say someone gave you a building, okay? Say 건물. 건물을 위해 감사합니다. It makes no sense. So do not use wihae when you're thanking someone for it. There are 2 ways that you can say, well, there's several ways you can say thank you, but there's 2 general grammar forms. The first grammar form is you just say the noun, and then you say thank you in any way you want. So if you want to be polite, you can just say 선물 감사합니다. Literally just present. Thank you. But this is not as primitive as it sounds. It's actually an okay, I'd say slightly casual, not casual, like not slang and not rude, but just really, simple way of saying, hey, thanks for that. Thanks for the gift. Thanks for the help. You can say something, noun, just a noun, like if they gave you something, 감사합니다. Thank you for. So if you just want a really quick way of saying thank you, there you go. So if someone gave you like a BTS CD, you can say, or BTS album, you can say 앨범 감사합니다. Thank you for the album. There you go. You're totally fine with that. Or if you're talking with your friend, you don't have to say 감사합니다 because that's quite formal, very polite. You can just say 고마워, then 요. 고마워 or 고마워요. So you can just say, 선물 고마워. Thanks for the present. 셔츠 고마워. Thanks for the shirt. 모자 고마워. Thanks for the hat. Whatever you want to say like that. Thanks for giving me something. This is just a really basic way to say that. Now let's do some better. Let's do some other ways to say it. Not better, but more complete. Less basic and more useful. Because that one you can only use it with nouns. So what if you wanted to say like, thank you for helping me. Thank you for doing something. Well, we need a separate form for that. And that is noun, then the object marker, optional, 주, 셔, 서, then 감사합니다. Something, 주셔서 감사합니다. Nobody buys me BTS albums. I have too many on my own. No, it's not. You wrote 노래를 감사합니다. Nope, it's not. Remember, it's just the noun by itself. 감사합니다. As I said, do not add the object marker in there. If an object marker is optional, I will tell you the object marker is optional. But don't just add them in there. It would be wrong. In this case, though, it's optional, as I wrote. So noun, object marker, 주셔서, which literally is from 주다, the verb 주다, which means to give. Changed into an honorific form, 주시다, changed into the 서 form, which we did cover in, I think, the very first or the very second live stream class, which becomes 셔서, 주셔서. So forgiving is what it really means. And then thank you. So this literally means thank you for giving me, for being so nice as to give me something. Now, so this could be 건물, can be a building. It can be your 손물, your hand water. I don't know what that means. It can be 선물, present. It can be 앨범, an album. Anything you want to do, anything you want to say, any noun for giving me thank you. So thank you for giving me a noun. This is a better way to say thanks for doing something. Well, thanks for giving me something. But this form is actually quite versatile. So you can say like this with just a noun, or actually first let me first go over the casual form. So you have 주셔서 감사합니다. But if you're just talking with a friend, you don't have to say 주셔서 감사합니다 because it's quite formal. I'll write this over here again. 주셔서 감사합니다. But if you're just talking with a friend, you can also just say 주어서. So this is not honorific. This is just the regular verb 주다 changed into the 서 form. And then instead of 감사합니다, you can again say 고마워요 or 고마워. Whether you want to say 고마워요 or 고마워. So you can say noun like 선물 줘서 고마워요. 선물 줘서 고마워요. Thank you for giving me a present, or thank you for giving me the present. Any difference between 이가 and yes, I did a 2-hour live stream on my channel. You can check that out, Mary Dieri. Check that out on my channel in the live stream playlist. There's a 2-hour stream about the differences. But yes, the difference is ginormous. So they're completely unrelated to each other. All right, so this form actually has a little bit more usage we can do with it. So right now, all we can say is thank you for giving something, right? Noun. I'll just write this back here. For giving me something. But we have another option we can do with this form. Or we can also say verb stem conjugated as if it's in a yo form. And then 주셔서 감사합니다 or 줘서 고마워요. So this, this verb stem, whenever you're conjugating to the yo form, so for example, 하다 would become 해, right? 하다 becomes 해. Drop some knowledge for you in Discord. Is it going to be BTS related stuff? No. I won't argue about it here though. But I can check in Discord later. But I won't be in Discord until later tonight though, because I'll be busy before then. Okay, so verb conjugate it as if you're going to conjugate the yo form. And don't add the yo. Just conjugate it as if you're going to conjugate the yo form. Just like you use for many forms in Korean. This is done for doing past tense. This is done for using this whole form here. So for example, 주다 became 주어. 하다 becomes 해. So after you do that, then attach 주셔서. So now you have literally, thank you for doing a verb. Thank you for doing something. And now we can use this form with any verb you want. So now you can say, thank you for giving me, no, let's not do giving me. We already know how to say thank you for giving me something with just noun, 주셔서 감사합니다. You could say 앨범 주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for giving me an album. But what if you want to say thank you for buying me a monkey? Okay, how would you say thank you for buying me a monkey? So the word for monkey is 원숭이, and the verb for to buy is 사다. So how would you say thank you for buying a monkey? Now, before you just throw this up on the board, pay attention to how would 사다 become conjugated in the yo form. Remember, you're not conjugating the yo form. You're not going to stick yo at the end, but it's everything that goes up to sticking yo at the end. So be very careful. This might not be as difficult as it seems. So how would you say, thank you for buying me a monkey? Go ahead and try to write that in the chat. Verb conjugated to yo minus the yo. Yes, that's right. 원숭이? Nope. Adele, look again at the form. You jumped ahead. You didn't jump ahead, but you jumped to something different. But that wouldn't be how you could say it. Remember, you still need the 주셔서 or the 줘서 고마워요 or 주셔서 감사합니다. Either one of those. 사줘서, Leonardo, don't mix them. It's either 주셔서 감사합니다, because that's very polite, or just with a friend, 줘서 고마워요. But don't mix 줘서 감사합니다 or 주셔서 고마워 like that. That would be wrong. Because the politeness levels, and I did a live stream about politeness levels before as well, you don't want to mix them. You want to stick to one politeness level with each person you're talking about. 사주셔서 감사합니다. Shubin, nice, Shubin. 아프와, 원숭이를 사줘서 고마워. Nice. 원숭이를 사주셔서 감사합니다. 나에게 원숭이를 사줘서 고마워요. Yeah, that's fine. 원숭이를 사서, nope, Lucy chicken. Look again at the form. 원숭이 사서, nope, IS Woods RN. Look again at the form. 원숭이 사줘서 고마워. Nice. Yeah, you probably just overthought it. It's really just following this form. 원숭이 사주셔서 감사합니다. Nice. Not 쟤한테. Rachel Temkin. It's not 쟤한테. 원숭이 사셔서. Nope. Look again at the form. Rachel Temkin. 원숭이 사줘서 고마워요. Nice, Adele. 원숭이 사주셔서 감사합니다. Nice, nice. 원숭이 사주셔서 많이 감사합니다. Nice, Wallio. 원숭이 사줘서. Nope. Psychotic one. Look again at the form. 주셔서 or 주어서. This verb, though, only conjugates just simply to. So you remove the da, and this conjugation just so happens to be ha, as it is. So you attach. Oh, sorry. You can either attach 주어서 or 주셔서. So that once you get here, you're done. So you just need to attach 주셔서 or 주어서 whichever one you want to use. 원숭이 사줘서 감사합니다. Yeah, you can do that. It's kind of mixing them though. Remember, it's best to do 주어서 고마워요 or 주셔서 감사합니다. You don't usually typically do 주어서 감사합니다. That's not wrong though. It's just less common because you're not being polite here, but you're being extra polite here. It doesn't quite match. I think I'm getting the hang of it. 원숭이를 사주셔서 감사합니다. 원숭이를 사줘서 고마워. Nice. Is woods are in. You got it. Both of them. All right. So basically, again, I'll cover what you're saying. What you're literally saying is something. 주셔서 means for giving me. Since you gave that to me, thank you. And if you're talking with a friend, same thing. 주어서 for giving it to me, 고마워요. Thank you. So this is just different politeness. So this would be more polite. And this is more casual. Not rude, but just more casual. So if you're talking with a friend, you want to use this one. If you're talking with someone else, you want to use this one. So what you're saying with this is, thank you for giving me. Remember, this is 주다, to give. Literally, thank you for giving me. Thank you for giving me. The action of doing a verb. So thank you for giving me the action of buying me a monkey. Or we can use this a lot of ways. What if we just take the verb 도와주다, which means to help. This is how you say to help. So like I helped my friend. 친구를 도와줬어요. I helped my friend. Well, what if you want to say thank you for helping? Well, here is also where you do it. However, 도와주다 itself has 주다 in it because 도와주다 actually comes from a different verb that was conjugated together, 돕다. 돕다 conjugated together to become 도와주다. So 도와주다 to help has inside of it already the verb 주다, which means to give. So this verb works a little differently when you're saying thank you for doing something for me, because when we conjugate the verb like this, 도와주, so now it's conjugated to the 요 form where you can get 주어, 도와주어, but then you don't want to say 도와주어, 주셔서. It doesn't go like that because this already has 주다 in it. So all you have to do is 도와 and then attach 주어서 or 주셔서. Because like I said, this already has 주다 in it. It was already conjugated from a verb originally. But that's the way to say to help, is this pre-conjugated verb that's 도와주다, to help. So if you're using 도와주다, like I said, you can just remove the 주다 first and then finish with the rest of this form. So you can say 도와주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for helping me. Or literally, thank you for giving me the act of helping. Thank you for giving me the act of helping me. 도와주셔서 and then 감사합니다. Or just 도와주어서 고마워요. If you're talking to a friend, 도와줘서 고마워. Thanks for helping. Like that. Okay, one more example though. How would you say thank you for teaching Korean? Now, to teach Korean is 한국어, as I've written here about 5 times today. Teach is 가르치다. I'll write that down. So how would you say thank you for teaching Korean? Try to say thank you for, now we have thank you for doing. What is it that you're doing? Well, you're going to be using this form, obviously. Try to make a sentence. Thank you for teaching Korean. 주어. So 고마워요. Yeah. Careful, Kovadu. Please don't dab. Now I'm conflicted. Muku. Now I'm conflicted. You told me don't dab, but you donated. So what do I do? Like, do I dab because you donated, or do I not dab out of respect for your donation? Okay, let me check your sentences. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Is woods are in. Nice. You got it. You're the first person to get it. 아프, 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 아프와 frimpong, nice. 한국 Jason Pan, you have a typo in there, but check it out. You might be able to fix it yourself. 한국어 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 빌리, Walio, you're welcome. 한국어 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 고바둑, nice. 가르쳐 줘서 고마워요, nice. 한국어 가르쳐서. Oh, Abigail Brooks, you're missing the form. Remember, you have to use 주셔서 or 주어서 in there. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Tessa, nice. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 한국어를 가르쳐 줘서 고마워요. Nice. 한국어를 가르치 주셔서 감사합니다. Lucy Chicken, you have a typo in yours. Check it. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Moderator said, no, I'm not. I'm going to respect the member. If he says don't dab, I'm not going to dab. 원숭이 사주셔서 감사합니다. Nice. That was the sentence from before. 한국어 가르치 주. Ferran, no. You have several typos in there, but check. It's on the board for how to type for thank you. I can't breathe, Zilly. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. 한국어를 가르쳐 준 빌리님에게 감사드립니다. Dixie's Attic, really nice. I can always tell who already knows the topics. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Yes, that's right, Jason Pan. You got it. Is there a space? 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Okay, you guys are doing great. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 제가 얼마나 고마운지 아시게 될 수 없는 것. What? 아시게 is the incorrect part since you're talking about yourself. You don't want to honorify yourself. So you would, if you really want to say it, you could say 알게, just 알다, not 아시게. Okay, most of you guys got it most of you guys got it perfect, almost perfect, just with a typo. I think you guys have got this. So basically, yes, you can say it many ways. 한국어를 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Or 한국어를 가르쳐 주어서 고마워요. Just like that. And I think this type of structure, if you don't already know it, is extremely important because I say this type of structure all the time. It's one of the most common things you'll say is thank you for something. Like if someone gives you water, you can just say thank you. 감사합니다, 고맙습니다, just 고마워요, 고마워 by itself. But if you want to specify, you have to use one of these forms. And it's really common that I'll specify too. Like friends help me. 도와줘서 고마워. 진짜 고마워. Really, thank you. Thank you for helping me. Or 찍어줘서 for if I have a friend who helps me film a video, if I go in Korea and meet them, and afterward I'll text them. 찍다 is to just write that up here. 찍다 is to film or take a photo, like to take a photo or film a video. So I would say 찍어. So you have the yo form without the yo. 찍어 주어서 고마워. Thanks for filming for me. Thank you for doing the act of filming. That was really helpful. Andrew Za. Oh my God, now two people are like, don't dab. Andrew Za. I don't need like 50 erasers. Andrew Za. Emergency racer. Okay. I will clean this board as soon as the live stream is up. Maybe I'll live stream me cleaning this board. What do you think about that? Should I live stream cleaning the board? Finish early today and then just spend 20 minutes just cleaning this board? Emergency racer. Thank you though, Andrew Zai. I really appreciate that. But I can't dab. Okay, let's just check here. Billy has a previous stream with sound change rule. Yes, and I personally really like that's how that came out. The sound change rules live stream that I did. The unfortunate thing is about half of it has really low quality, but if you're listening to it, it's okay. You can still tell what I'm writing and what I'm saying. But yeah, I think that the rules are really clear, and if you watch that, you should get it. You'll still need practice, but it should all make sense. Let's see, did I miss something funny? Something would someone said something and I missed it. My first time too? Oh, okay. Several people first time here. Okay, so again, memorize this form. It's really useful. And now I have a, oh my goodness, this is just pathetic how bad this is. Look at this. Like, look how bad this erase is. Like red up here, it's red down here. It's like I'm trying to wipe away a crime scene or something. Like, what is this? I can't even erase. Like, I'm just trying to evenly spread the ink over the board so that it looks like it's erased. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw this away after today's live stream, whether the new erasers or not. I'm just gonna throw this out. What if I erase with the other side? Would that work? If I erase with this blue sponge side that it's supposed to be the nice part? No, I don't think this works. Nah, this just spreads it around too. We can't even see it. It's too blurry. Okay, that's good. All right, so I have some quiz questions for you. 3, how would you say this? Actually, let's do this one last. That's kind of a trick question. I'll do that one last. Okay, I worked hard. We have 3 questions for our quiz. To earn money. Again, earn money is 돈을 벌다. And work is 일하다. And work hard is 열심히, 열심히, which is pronounced due to sound change rules as 심히, 열심히. When you say it quickly, if you say it slowly, it's 열심히, but due to sound change rules, this H goes away, so it just becomes 열심히, pretty much. So 열심히. So how would you say, I worked hard to, here we have 2, in order to earn money. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일해요. I worked. So here's past tense. But if you wrote 일해요, I'll accept that. It's still present tense and it's not incorrect. 더 크게 서주세요. Oh my God, do I have a lot to catch up with? I want to join live stream. Oh yeah, Lily's Peters, don't worry, because we're in season 1 of the live streams, and once season 1 is finished, I might stop around Christmas time and take a break so that you guys will have a few weeks to catch up. So you can go back and watch some live streams again, review the ones you missed before we go on to more difficult live streams or different concepts. Because if I do them every single week forever, then some of you might miss, you might not be able to keep up with all the concepts that we're doing. Let's see. 돈을 벌기 위해서 열심히 일합니다. Nice. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Mo Viega. Yeah, you're the first person to get it. Well, exactly. 돈을 벌기 위해서 열심히 일해요. Emerizes. Nice. Present tense, though. I remember to use past tense. Although it's still right. 일했어요. Oh, you got it. Okay, so I'm still going down the chats. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. 돈을 벌기 위해서 열심히 일해요. Abigail Brooks, correct. It's just in the present tense. Try changing it to the past tense. But the usage is fine. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Nice, Liu. Tessa, 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했슈. You're missing a letter. You're missing one letter there. 돈을 벌기 위해서 열심히 일했어요. Nice. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Nice, Bella Perbawa. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Lucy Chicken, nice. 저는 열심히 일했어로 돈을. Nope, AL, you have it reversed. You might not have been here since the beginning though, so that might be the reason why you have it reversed, but the reason comes first. What is it that you're doing it for? Well, you're doing it for earning money, so earning money has to come at the beginning of the sentence. 돈을 벌다. Nope, Jason Pan. You're missing the form for to earn money. Remember, this is in order to, but in English we just write to. But the rest of your sentence is fine, Jason Pan. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Pellicard, you have some typos, but the grammar seems fine if you just fix your typos. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일해요. SHIXUTINCI, you have some typos as well for 일해요 at the end. Ray Hanabi, I missed most of them. Oh no! It's okay, we have them on replay. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. 돈을 벌기... Not test show, you're missing the 위해. 돈을 위해서 열심히 일했습니다. Well, is Woods RN? You're not completely wrong. You wrote, I worked really hard for money, not to earn money or not for earning money. So you're not wrong. It makes sense. It's okay. But I would add the 벌기 위해서. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일해요. 돈을 벌기 위해서 열심히 노력했어요. 했었어요. Dixie's Attic, the ending part is strange, but the rest of it is fine. 열심히 노력했어요, not 했었어요. 나태쇼, 볼기, why did it change like that? We covered that at the very beginning of this live stream, so once this is over, you can watch the replay. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. 동물 is animal, yes. Okay, yes, it's still live. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Nice, Jason Pan, you got it. Nice. Okay. 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일했어요. Many of you got it right. Most of you got it right. Okay, after this live stream, I'm just going to live stream cleaning the board. This is just so bad. Okay, the next one. This is not a for, but this is it's too, we're going to use how to say for me. Too spicy for me. To say something is spicy, they use the verb 맵다, which you have to conjugate. Remember, this has a 비읍 at the bottom, so it does not conjugate just as 매보 or something like that. You have to conjugate this differently. And to say something is too spicy, well, too is an adverb, and the word for too is 너무 for me. So how would you say this? This is using one of the 3 for forms, for me, phrases that we learned previously. And there are 3 ways you could say it. 저한테는 너무 매워요. Nice, Emeriliz. You're fast. Wallio, 저는 너무 매워요. Nice. 저한테는 너무 매워요. Is Woods RN? Nice. 저는 너무 매워요. 나한테 너무 매워요. Lucy, okay? 저한테 Abigail Brooks. If you're describing something, you have to use the subject marker. I have a live stream about the subject marker and the topic marker and how to use those and the object marker. So check that out. I really recommend checking that out. And then you won't make that mistake again. 저는 너무 위해 매워요. SHIXUTINCI. Nope. You're adding in 위해. But we talked about how to say for me previously. It's a special phrase. 저한테는 너무 매워요. Nice. 저한테는 너무 맵네요. That's nice. 제 생각에는 너무 맵습니다. That's nice. 저는 너무 매워요. Tessa S is writing 저에게는. While you can say 저에게는, 에게 is not as commonly used in speech. 한테, literally spelled as 한테, is the one that's used for speaking mostly. So 에게 is not used as much, but it's the same meaning if you say 저에게는. It's just not used. 저는 너무 매워요. Yes, you can use 아주 if you want to say very. 저한테 너무 매워요. What are we supposed to be saying? This. It's too spicy for me. 저한테는 it is. I recommend 저한테는 if you just want a quick way to say for me or to me. So it's too spicy for me. 저한테는 너무 매워요. So remember the conjugation is 매워요. Okay. 저한테는 너무 매워요. 저한테 너무 매워요. Nice, nice. Okay, now let's go to the last question. It's good because this board is like saying, please clean me. Okay. I ate the cake for Billy. How would you say this? Now this one's kind of a tricky question because we learned 2 ways to say for in Korean. So which one do you use and why? How would you say, I ate the cake for Billy? I'm going to tell you how to say some things. So cake, of course, is 케이크. And then ate, well, the verb for ate is eat. Well, to eat is 먹다. So you want to conjugate it as ate, so past tense. So you want to conjugate the verb 먹다 to past tense for there. So how would you say, I ate the cake for Billy? And which form would you use for for? Let's see what you guys come up with. 빌리를 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. Amaryllis, you're too fast. You're like, you typed it like while I was still writing this or something. 빌리를 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. Anna shot. You're almost perfect. I would add in the object marker though. Whenever you're using this, the wihae or wihan with a noun, directly just with a noun, not with a verb, but with a noun. Always use the object marker there. It's much more natural. You can remove it for some really casual conversation, but it's best to keep it. 저는 빌리를 위해 케이크를 먹었어요. For a frimpong, you're not wrong, but the meaning would be wrong. The meaning would not be what you want to say. And I'll talk about that. 빌리를 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. Tessa S, nice. 빌리 위한 케이크 먹었어요. Okay, as well as Abigail Brooks as well, make sure to add in the object marker. 빌리를 위한 케이크 먹었어요. 빌리를 same with Isis Garradale, I can't say that name as well. 빌리를, make sure to add the object marker after the noun. So 빌리를 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. 빌리 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. Yeah, Amaryllis is doing really, Amaryllis is like hot on the money. Everything's good today. 빌리를 Lucy chicken. 빌리를 위한, not 빌리는 위한 케이크를 먹었어. 빌리 위해서? Bella, Perbawa, no. It's not 위해서. We'll talk about that. It's wihan. Okay, so yeah, you guys have mostly you've got it. Dixie's Addict, 빌리를 위해서. Nope, not 빌리를 위해. 빌리를 위한. 빌리 선생님이 끝난 후에 채널 올린다고 해서. Yes, I will. Zymerk. All the videos will be uploaded on my channel as all the previous live streams are, so you can watch them whenever you want. And this is season 1, so once we finish with season 1, there will be a break, so you can use the break time to catch up on missed live streams. So let's talk about how to say this. So I ate the cake. I ate the cake for Billy. So let's first start with just I. You know, you don't need to say 저는, but we'll just say 저는. 저는, I, it's optional. The cake for Billy. 빌리를, remember to use the object marker. 위한. I'll talk about this, why it's 위한. 케이크를 먹었어요. Feels weird writing so big. But I want to make sure you can read it. Okay. 빌리를 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. So this literally means, as for me, or I, okay, we're talking about me now. 빌리를 위한, something that is for Billy. Well, what is for Billy? Well, the cake. The cake is for Billy. 먹었어요. So since we're still talking about me, so I ate it. Well, the cake that's for Billy, I ate it. Now, some of you had written, most of you had wihan, but some of you had written wihae. And I want to talk about why that's wrong. Well, grammatically correct, but contextually wrong. So what if you were to say 빌리를 위해? So this what this means is, let's just get rid of the 저는, make it simple. So 빌리를 위해 means for the purpose of Billy. So for Billy, you know, let's do Billy a favor. 빌리를 위해, for Billy. 케이크를 먹었어요. I ate cake. Why does Billy need you to eat cake? Why do I need you to eat cake, right? Like, is the cake poisoned? Someone has to eat it, so I'm going to eat the cake. 빌리를 위해 케이크를 먹었어요. I ate the cake for Billy because it was poisoned, so he didn't have to eat it. Or maybe Billy said, please, I have a favor. Just do this one thing for me, and I'll serve you for the rest of my life. Please eat the cake. Please eat these cakes. Like that. So 빌리를 위해, as a favor to Billy, for Billy, I ate the cake. Which isn't what you wanted to say, right? You meant you ate the cake that was for Billy. Like you ate my cake. How could you? Which has to be wihan, because the cake is for Billy and you ate it. It wouldn't really make sense to say that you ate a cake for Billy unless Billy like requested you to eat a cake, and it would be really uncommon situation to use that. So it has to be 빌리를 위한 케이크를 먹었어요. All right, let me check the chat real quick. What if Billy doesn't want the cake? Yes, then it could be you ate the cake for Billy. Like maybe Billy gets cake but it's like it's I don't know. Billy's gluten free. Whatever. Billy's gluten free today. So Billy's like, hey, I can't eat this cake. Can you do me a solid? You're like, sure, Billy. 빌리를 위해 케이크를 먹을게요. I'll eat the cake for you, Billy. I got you. And Billy's like, oh, wow, this cake's so good. I'm so full. Thanks, man. I owe you one, right? Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can say wihae. But otherwise, you're going to be wanting to say wihan. 케이크를 먹었어요. And it's important to at least know the difference because maybe someday you could be in that situation where you want to say, no, I meant for Billy. Like, Billy asked me to do this. So someone, wihae, I did something, right? I did it for them. They asked me to, like that. So you can still use it. It's legitimate to say wihae, but it's not going to be common. It's probably not what you meant to say. So let me check here. Maybe I'm on a diet and don't want to eat the cake. Yeah, could be that. When you realize your mother tongue has two different words for so and wihan, it feels easier. Yeah, if you have completely different words, then what's your mother tongue? What language does it have both of them? If so, then you're really lucky. Then that makes it much easier. In Korean, though, in Korean and English, though, it's a problem because there's so many ways to translate wihae and wihan. Like for, to, for the purpose of, for doing, there's lots of different ways. 빌리가 물어봐서 케이크를 먹었다. Well, okay, you wouldn't use the 서 for, yeah, I guess you could kind of use like that. 살이 안 쪄서 좀 배를 주시는. Yes, that's right. I'm Korean, but I live in USA. Nice. Is there a video on what for to use in Korean? This video. Really based on a verb, and wihan is the adjective descriptive form. Yes, well, wihae is used as an adverb, so you'll always use it together with a verb or a verb phrase, something that you're doing. But wihan is an adjective, so it has to be used directly before a noun. It's from the descriptive verb, but you can actually just call it an adjective because it has to be used directly before a verb, just like an English adjective. I'm sorry, directly before a noun, just like an English adjective. Okay. So that is all for today's lesson. And we actually finished with 10 minutes to spare. So let me try to clean this board. I got some water. Drink some water. The only problem is I don't have anything to clean it here. I have this electronic wipe. I have an extra one. Let's try to use this first. So see, I don't know if this will work. I think this is working. Oh wow, that's getting dirty really fast. Okay, I just want to clean it with this. Let's see if this will do it good enough. And I can clean it with some chemical later today. Put my microphone back on. Okay. If moderator, if you could please post a link to the Discord again. Everyone, make sure to check out the Discord. It's completely free. It's open. You don't have to be a member to join it. It's just a free chat room with a lot of other people who watch my content, and you can hang out with other people. You can ask Korean questions. I'm there a lot. I won't be there until tonight, but I'll probably be there tonight again. And you can ask questions, practice Korean. There's a Korean-only practice room where you can just make sentences using what you're learning. There's a live stream chat where you can talk about whatever we covered in the live stream each day. There we go. That's much better. That's nice and clean. I'll leave these up here. I'll look at these today. I'll just leave them up tonight so I can look at them for the rest of the week until the next stream. I know this is not supposed to be used this way, but I don't care. I have an extra one and it works. Like, every time I order something from the internet, they always send me one of these. Like every electronic device I order, like I'll order a camera, they send me one. I'll order a lens, or I'll order like a tripod, and they send me one of these things. Like, okay, sure. So I have a bunch of them, and I never even use them. Okay, please advise for beginners. I have a video called How to Start Learning Korean. If you check my channel, How to Start Learning Korean, then you'll see that there's a video about it, and it gives a guide for what you should learn, how you can start. some free content you can do as well as paid content. For a quick summary, I have a book series called Korean Made Simple you could start with. If you want a free alternative, Talk to Me in Korean has some online lessons. They also have a cool new website they made, and those are all free. They have books too, but they have a lot of free lessons. You'd use those if you had glasses. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't have glasses. 빌리 선생님 너무 감사합니다. Yes, you're welcome, Ale. I'll give you a new top hat for your comedy routine. Who's that? Is the video frozen? It shouldn't be frozen. Probably just you. All right, everyone. So thank you for coming. We actually finished on time today because the lesson, I was able to fit it on one page today. So this live stream summary, this outline will be on the Patreon page, probably within 30 minutes or so. I'll put it up there. These are all free for the Patreon members. They're all free. Again, check out the Discord. I'll see you guys later. And next live stream will be at the regular time, next Sunday at 2 p.m., just like usual. Hey, 52 Bunker. I keep seeing your name every time. 52 Bunker. You'd be like a regular donor. Thanks, man. Actually, or girl. I think you're a guy. I'm just guessing. Oh, I'm assuming your gender. I'm assuming you're a guy. I don't know. 52 Bunker. Thanks, man. I think I've got, let's see, 5, 10, 20, 22, plus a member. It's like 3. So $25 toward a new whiteboard marker. Maybe I should go down to like drive down to Office Max tonight, drive down to Walmart and live stream or just make a video purchasing a new whiteboard marker. I mean a whiteboard eraser. The markers I have are good, but you can't really see some of the colors on this on the screen because of the camera. Everyone though, thank you for coming. And will there be lessons for advanced learners? Yes, every time I kind of do a little bit of intermediate content. In the future, if it's requested enough, I would be more than happy to do more advanced content because I like talking about advanced stuff. I want to make sure everyone can understand it. So anything I talk about, I always have to kind of like work up to it. And that ends up being like, we never get higher than intermediate level so far. So if there's enough people who want it, I'd be fine doing an advanced concept as well. And I can teach a lot of that stuff too. It's just fewer people would come, so I haven't done it as much. But yeah. Oh yeah, and what do you guys want to learn for next week? What do you guys want to learn for next week? Please post that in the Discord. Please come to the Discord and post what you want to learn for next week. And some of my staff members, the moderators there, will compile a list and send it to me, and we can vote on that. So thanks for coming, everyone. I will see you guys again next Sunday again at same time as usual. Not this time, but 2 hours later. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. Okay. As usual, KitKat will end the stream.